How do I look?
I'm not going to lie to you. There is a remote possibility that the more eagle-eyed observer will have discerned a minor discrepancy in the hue of your attire.
Do you think it'll affect my chances of winning the contest?
Some people might argue that your bold reinterpretation of a national treasure is a delightfully provocative and consciously incongruous attempt to redefine and modernise tradition. But personally, I'd say you look like some twat who accidentally put his costume through the hot wash.
It smells PC. He uses it for all kinds of clever stuff. But I just play games and use Facebook.
Your professors always said you should pay more attention in class.
Professors always say things like that.
Yeah, but in your case they were right. Remember how you never used to read the college notice board and you were still in the old sports hall when they bulldozed it?
I could see if I have any replies from that dating website I signed up to, I suppose.
Ain't technology amazing?
Sure is. If I went speed dating, it would take me an entire evening to get the number of rejections I get on here in half an hour.
Plus, if you went speed dating, you'd have to get dressed.
It's the phone.
It says 555-0200. That's right, some poor sap is getting a call from an obsessive-compulsive gamer tonight.
There's not a single slice left, I'm afraid.
You pig! I only had 3 slices.
What can I say? We should never have ordered the pizza that had chicken nuggets and burgers instead of a crust.
Personally, I'm convinced that someone at Paulie's Pizza Palace saw Logan's Run one too many times and is trying to ensure that no one lives past the age of 30.
It says here that Dennis Leary has a new stand-up show coming to town. Are you gonna go see it?
No, I saw him in 1987.
Didn't you like him?
He was okay, but I think I'll wait until he's got some new material.
Could be in for a long wait, dude.
I know. Bill Hicks is dead.
Getting changed would defeat the purpose of hiring a superhero costume to enter the auditions.
That's assuming that dyeing the whole thing purple hasn't already defeated that particular purpose.
There's a drawer in the... I'm already...
Your mom would be proud of you.
Yep, I have nothing to fear from being hit by buses now. It's the closet that came with the apartment. I think the previous tenant left it because of the inconvenience of trying to get it out of here.
It is pretty huge. Not everyone has a closet they can climb inside.
I know. Once I was in bed with a girl, and she thought she heard her boyfriend coming, so I jumped out of bed and hid in it.
Mate, this is your apartment.
Yeah, we both felt pretty stupid when we realized that she couldn't possibly have hurt her boyfriend. You hadn't taken your key with you, so you'd have had to ring the bell to get in.
Jenny? I never had you pegged as the patriotic type, mate.
I'm not. You'd be amazed how much more Republican skirt you get with this, though. I loved this guy. His passing was such a loss.
I didn't know you were one of those NRA gun nuts.
I'm not. I just loved his acting. He was amazing as Moses. I love that bit when he comes down from Mount Sinai with the tablets and says, "For my cold, dead hands."
The only film of his I ever really got into was the one where he plays the last human left on Earth, which is exactly how I feel when I pass through Newark. What's wrong with Wales, mate?
Nothing, I guess. I'm just more of a dolphin person. But whales get all the movies.
What's so great about dolphins?
Haven't you ever swum with dolphins? It's amazing. You get in the water with a dolphin. You stroke it, you kiss it, you climb on its back, and it pretends to enjoy it.
Sounds like my parents' marriage.
Let's head off to the audition, shall we?
Have you got a map of the route to the theatre?
It's right here in my hand, isn't it?
No?
Oh. Then I've lost it.
Well, you'll have to find it or get a new one, won't you?
We're looking for an umbrella, a crown, a pair of gloves, a horseshoe, 5 birds, an artificial leg, the kickstand from a 1967 Harley Sportster.
Hold up.
What's wrong, Mel?
We were just getting into the story when you stopped dead and started playing I Spy. What's going on?
Isn't that how it works? Set the scene, little bit of dialogue, then stop dead and play an arbitrary hunt the object game?
That makes no sense at all. There's no motivation, no reason behind the game at all.
Sure there is. People would notice how painfully thin the plot was if we didn't distract them with random minigames. Quick, let's take 2 photos of the bathroom and try to spot the differences.
No, no, no. No hidden objects, no difference spotting, no sliding tiles, and absolutely no reassembling torn pieces of paper.
I wish you'd said something sooner. So what'll we do instead? I mean, the game will be finished in 20 minutes if we take out all the random pointless puzzles.
We'll just have to include more plot, more contextual puzzles, more jokes, and more character interaction.
Well, we've wasted nearly 2 minutes complaining about hidden object games.
And the system works.
Let's let some sunshine in, shall we?
Oh yeah, much better. There's a slightly stained napkin sitting on the arm of the sofa.
It's the napkin I used to wipe my hands when I was eating pizza last night.
Oh, thank God. I thought you'd stayed up late watching Desperate Housewives again.
Mel and I are both firmly behind the Occupy protests.
The vast majority of Americans are honest, hard-working men and women who are disproportionately taxed and are forced to stand by while the rich elite siphon off all the profits and expect the rest to pay the price when they screw up the entire system.
We're behind them 100%. Of course, we don't actually work. Or pay taxes.
Well, no sense being fanatical about it. I am often tempted to leave my laptop at home and lug a full tower and 27-inch flat screen around with me all day, but it's one of those little conveniences I never quite get around to.
It's a hat I received as a birthday present one year. I never wear it, because it makes me look ridiculous.
Yeah, we can't have that. Your mom.
Yep. There's a... Getting...
That's a...
I don't really have a great interest in current affairs.
I dread to think what will happen when he finds out that Mr. Hooper died.
Mill, I don't think I can go through with this. Now that my costume is ruined, I've lost all my self-confidence. I don't believe I can win anymore.
That's dopey.
Really? You don't think the die running and turning my patriotic costume purple has ruined my chances of winning?
Of course not. You never had any.
That's it. I'm going back to bed.
Oh, don't be soft. We travelled all the way across town on the bus to get that costume. You can't give up without at least getting to the theatre and showing them your act. I didn't sit next to that homeless woman that smelled of vodka for you to just walk out without doing your bit.
Okay, I'll do it, but only because you believe in me.
Did I ever mention that I have total faith in your ability to mop the kitchen floor occasionally?
Cheesy crackers?
Yeah.
You should change your underwear more often. I need help.
You've noticed as well, have you? Something particular you had in mind?
I can't find where I wrote down the address of the audition.
Well, when did you get the call?
Last night, while we were demolishing that pizza.
In that case, I'd look for the pizza box or the napkins. You were all over that pizza like hair on an anchovy.
Thanks, Mel. That's all the help I need.
If you say so.
Talk to you. Hey, there's something written on this pizza napkin.
It's probably another suicide note from the pizza delivery boy. That kid really needs to get laid.
No, it's the address of the theater where auditions are being held. I must have written it down while we were eating dinner.
We haven't got an address.
Yeah, I thought we could just wander the neighborhood.
Mr. Fagazian used to wander the neighbourhood when he was on his medication. Remember where he ended up?
Remember? I was one of his pallbearers. It's such a shame that his epilepsy medic alert bracelet was in gang colors.
Precisely.
This napkin contains the address.
It also contains most of the pizza sauce that didn't end up on your costume, on the floor, or on the couch.
This nap.
You pig!
There's.
You. Personally, I'm.
Mel, I found the napkin.
So where it.
I have no idea.
Great, the A train runs right past I have no idea. Now that you've got the address, maybe you could get a map which shows us how to get there.
I can use the address on this napkin to create a map which shows us how to get to the auditions.